Well, hello and welcome to our fourth week of Lent, midweek mini Lenten worship video from the Kemble-Sarawak Zion-Keppel Pastoral Charge. We're now halfway through our Lenten journey, and today as I look out, there's a bit more snow mixed in with the rain, but certainly there's lots of puddles and robins and snowdrops. And so as we go along our Lenten journey, we are certainly getting closer and closer to the warmth of spring, which is something we certainly welcome. I do have a few announcements I'd like to share with you at this point from the Kemble-Sarawak Zion-Keppel Pastoral Charge. This Sunday, March 27th, is the annual meeting at Kemble-Sarawak United Church. We will have a shortened service at 10:30, followed by the annual general meeting starting hopefully by 11 at the latest. If you are a member of this pastoral charge, then you will know Ken and Sally Emery. And sadly, Sally passed away on the morning of Friday, March 25th. Visitation will be Sunday afternoon at Brianwood Funeral Home, followed by a funeral service Monday morning at 11. And I think that's it. We will be doing a Good Friday service, 10 o'clock on Good Friday at Kemble-Sarawak United Church, and a 7:30 a.m. sunrise service at Big Bay, followed by the usual 10:30 Easter morning celebration service at Kemble-Sarawak. And so you can see that my dog Abigail has decided to join us here. You can see her poking around in the background. Have you ever met someone who truly inspired you? Not the heavyweights such as Martin Luther King Jr. or Mother Teresa, but just everyday people. Those whose days are filled with ordinary tasks such as grocery shopping, paying the bills, laundry, making supper, working, helping the kids with their homework. Everyday saints who blaze the trail of faithful living through the ordinariness of life. These folks inspire me because of their vision. Where I see endings, they see new beginnings. Where I see lack, they see opportunities. Or where I see despair, they see something to be grateful for. They embody the gospel for me, living their lives as faithful followers of the one who said such amazing things as, "Do not be afraid, take courage, for I am here," Matthew 14:27. And they joyfully celebrate God's presence and wisdom in every situation, no matter the circumstances. They remind me of a quote that's attributed to Francis of Assisi: "Preach the gospel at all times, and when necessary, use words." Now, we're not exactly sure that these words were words from St. Francis of Assisi, but certainly his short life of 44 years was a testimony to their wisdom. And those who inspire me seem to effortlessly live by the wisdom of these words, not preaching the hopefulness of the gospel with flowery sermons, but instead living it day by day in the trenches of life. And the Apostle Paul is another example. While in prison with an uncertain future, he writes a letter to the church in Philippi, reminding them that he is constantly praying in joy for them. And he spends his imprisonment writing letters and praying for others and testifying to God's steadfast love. His response to his circumstances was so impressive that he became a person of timeless inspiration, challenging us all to dare to proclaim the gospel with greater boldness and without fear. And as I looked at the news this week and I watched the horrors of what's going on in Ukraine, I also saw in the background those who were handing out bottles of water, and those who were showing up with truckloads of bedding and clothing, and those who were helping to get folks over the border. And that's when I began to realize it may be the ordinary heroes that are going to make all of the difference in this crisis. And so thanks be to God for these ordinary, everyday saints who inspire all of us to a higher way of living. And may your second last week of Lent be a week full of prayer, and may you be inspired by those who are around you, and may you feel God's peaceful presence.